The best books can do more than just inspire us. They can also spark change. And individuals seeking personal development have long turned to inspirational books to help them find hope and strength in difficult times, improve their happiness, and even manage their mental health. These motivational speakers brighten people's lives by teaching them everything from how to be cheerful to how to be grateful. They inspire readers to maintain a happy attitude, provide a framework for setting objectives, and consider the meaning of life. Hello everyone, and welcome to a brand new video on the channel. Today we are going to talk about the top 10 inspirational books that changed lives. Before we get started with the video, don't forget to smash the like button, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. Now let's get started. Number 10. The Why Cafe by John Strelecky. Based on a hypothetical encounter in a basic yet enchanting cafe, The Why Cafe is a novel about finding your purpose and living the life you've imagined. This is a quick and easy read, but it could be the right book at the right time. Maybe you're feeling lost like John, who finds himself in a weird yet welcoming cafe on his way to a much-needed holiday. Perhaps you're wondering what you're doing with your life and why. And perhaps you, like John, can benefit from the questions dangled in front of him by the kind cafe staff as he munches on a lovely piece of cake. Read this book if you wish to find more meaning in your life. Number 9. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire by J.K. Rowling. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire follows Harry during his 4th year at Hogwarts, during which he stumbles into the Triwizard Tournament, and thus a series of challenges for which he is unprepared, but by the end of which he must finally accept responsibility not just for himself, but for the entire wizarding world. This is my favorite of the Harry Potter books, because it is the one in which Harry grows up, not by choice but by force. It's a book about accepting complete responsibility for your life and learning to do what's right, even if it's costly. Read this book if you want to be a good person who does his or her job well while still having pleasure. Number 8. Paris in the 20th Century by Jules Verne. Paris in the 21st Century is a novel set 100 years in the future of its author, depicting an advanced, hyper-technological, yet somewhat dismal civilization in 1960 France, and how a young artist attempts to navigate it. This novel is fascinating not only because of its tale, but also because of its foresight. The precision with which Jules Verne foresaw some of the technical breakthroughs that were commonplace by the year 1960 is astounding. Verne saw everything, from cars to lamps to elevators to typewriters to maglev trains, and it makes you wonder what we, or at least our children and grandkids, could see in another 100 years. Number 7. Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. Man's Search for Meaning chronicles Holocaust survivor Viktor Frankl's harrowing experiences in Nazi concentration camps, as well as his psychiatric technique of logotherapy, which also helped him survive, and demonstrates how you can and must find meaning in your life. For most of us, the horrors of war, let alone concentration camps, are incomprehensible. Number 6. Atomic Habits by James Clear. The book Atomic Habits is an authoritative 4-step approach to altering poor habits and establishing healthy ones. It demonstrates how small, slow daily routines can compound into massive positive change over time. This is the only book about good habits that you will ever need to read. It has sold close to 10 million copies in just 4 years, making it the perfect blueprint for learning how to alter any behavior, improve yourself a little bit every day, and enable the beneficial results to accumulate over time. Number 5. The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. The Psychology of Money analyzes how money moves throughout an economy, how personal biases and emotional variables influence our financial decisions, and how to think more rationally and make better financial judgments. Additionally, the book offers advice on how to think more rationally and improve one's financial decisions. This book is like The Alchemist for people who are interested in finance. This is not due to the fact that it contains a number of motivational anecdotes, although it does, but rather due to the fact that it uses straightforward language to assist readers in comprehending and mastering a complex topic. The examples provided by Housel are fascinating in that they are not conventional but nonetheless rational. This is a book that may be read quickly and without much effort, both of which are exceedingly unusual circumstances in relation to monetary matters. Number 4. Sapiens by Yuval Noah Harari. You may become an expert on the entire history of the human race by reading Sapiens, which covers everything from our earliest ancestors to our current dominance in the world. Sapiens is your guide to becoming an expert on the entire history of the human race. This is unquestionably the best book to read if you're looking for a concise synopsis of all of human history's major events. You will study everything you need to know, beginning with the Big Bang and continuing up to the present day, and you will also learn how to put contemporary events in their proper historical perspective. Number 3. Principles by Ray Dalio. Ray Dalio, a billionaire investor and CEO of the most successful fund in history, has accumulated a collection of rules for both work and life over the course of his 40-year career in finance. These principles are contained under Principles. This book will tell you how one of the world's kindest, smartest, and most successful individuals learned how to think the way he does. It is a perfect illustration of how a book helps you digest a human lifetime's worth of knowledge in just a few hours. First, Dalio will tell you about his personal path, then he will discuss the lessons that he has gained from it up to this point, and finally he will discuss everything that he has learned about producing excellent work and working together with others. Read this book if you long for a personal mentor who will encourage and direct you on your journey. And if you want to learn more about his work, check out our comprehensive list of Ray Dalio's works. Number 2. The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. The Alchemist is a classic book that tells the story of a boy named Santiago who, after having recurring dreams about finding treasure in the Egyptian pyramids, decides to go on a journey to find the treasure. Along the way, he encounters guides, falls in love, and most importantly, learns the significance of who he is, how to better himself, and how to concentrate on what is truly important in life. This book manages to keep you from ever feeling overwhelmed, despite the fact that it satisfies your interest on every page. It's going to be very difficult for you to put it down, but happily, it's not that long, and you should be able to finish it in only a few sittings. The central idea of the book is about fate, but the author writes in a language that is so straightforward that anyone can comprehend it. Number 1. Finite and Infinite Games by James P. Carse. The idea that we engage in a variety of various games throughout our lives is explored in Finite and Infinite Games. This book will demonstrate to you that both your career and your personal relationships are long-term activities and will teach you how to engage in these games successfully. This book will forever alter your perspective on business, politics, relationships, and pretty much everything else that is going on in the world. It will enable you to see where people play with a short-term view, which is almost everywhere and most of the time, as opposed to where they take a long-term, generational approach. In addition, you will find compelling arguments and motivations to think more ahead of yourself, as well as an understanding of why doing so typically results in a positive change that is long-lasting. That's a wrap on the video. I hope you liked it. If you did, let me know by giving it a thumbs up, and do not forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.